Go.
Ash. Jarrett, just want to start with the block against Towns in the
Right.
fourth quarter. Just first of all, what did you see on that play and what you expected?
He's an excellent player going right. I feel like he got all his points going right. And so the thing was to force him left. He's a weaker going into his left hand, but he's still good, and I just caught him at the right time.
What was it like to kind of see the reaction in the aftermath? Like I saw Donovan run over you from the bench.
Right.
Kind of pick you up. Like, what's it like to make a play like that obviously you get into the postseason, it can have a huge impact in
Right.
a 7-game series?
Yeah, I got mobbed on the floor. It's like all my teammates were around me. They were picking me up. They were yelling, screaming, excited. And, I heard the crowd as well. It just got everybody going.
When did you know you're going to have to do the finger wag?
I'm not going to lie. I saw Evan do it against Zubac. And I'm like, I got to get me one.
But in the first half, you guys didn't really have the energy at times. Your shots weren't falling. Was there a moment
Right.
for you, at least you noticed in the second half, where just you guys kind of flipped the switch and just started to play your guys' brand of basketball?
Yeah, and credit to them. They were hitting some tough shots in the first half. I think OG went 5 for 6 in the first half. I think the energy started kicking in at the end of the second quarter. We told ourselves, let's get it within 10, but we just kept going and going. We got it rolling, got some crucial stops, and then we carried that momentum into the second half.
You've seen a lot from Isaac over your tenure being here, but over the last couple of weeks, it feels like he's stepped it up. Even though he's not necessarily gotten the minutes in his stints, he's played to a high caliber. What have you seen from him to be able to play, even in smaller minutes, the high caliber, high energy that this team needs?
Right. Just to be ready at any single moment. I know with this team we have a lot of talent, so knowing when you're going to play, knowing how much you're going to play is always questionable every single night, especially for a guy that's in the position that Isaac is in. He's a defender, he's a three-point shooter, but it just feels like whenever he's on the court, he knows the matchup, he knows where to be at what time, and he's going to give it his all.
DeAndre's only played with the core four for a select amount of minutes this season since the trade. How do you feel like he molds in with you guys and how that allows you guys to play explosive on both ends of the floor? I think you guys had like a net rate of 80 in today's game just with him alongside the core four.
He's a long defender. He can defend anybody at any position. Just adding him to Evan and I with the guards, it's hard to get by, especially like if you get by him, he's going to be on your side ready to contest, and Evan and I are going to be on the defensive end protecting the rim. And on the offensive end, he's a great three-point shooter. I don't know his percentage, but it feels like every other shot is going in. He knows where to find his positioning. He knows where to find the open windows and just to be ready.
How advantageous is it to have Evan as a help defender?
Very. Having the defensive player of the year, having my back on every single play, it makes my job easier. I know that I can let my guy go by me, not feeling like, oh, he's going to get a layup, and then I'll just go take Evan's guy. It's kind of something that not we've been working on, but something that just comes along with it.
Obviously, you have plenty of reps with him at this point, but I feel like we haven't seen it as much, but there was a little bit of feed your local big man tonight.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that kind of got you guys going and getting into the paint going in the third quarter?
I think so. I remember there was one play, he was bringing the ball up the court, and I said, I'm going to set a screen for him, just to get the action going, just to feed my local big man. Funny story, we played spike ball today, a shoot around, to get a warm up. He was on my team. Let's just say we won every single game. So that's just the big man connection.
How, and I apologize if you've gone over this already, but how do you think you're playing right now?
Yeah, I think I'm playing pretty good. 20 points, 21 points, and a couple rebounds. I think it's okay. Yeah.
Do you, like Kenny talked post game, and I agree with it, that you are trending in the right direction as you head into the playoffs. And you've spoken ad nauseum about the playoff 2 years ago, and then last year you were hurt.
Right.
So, how much are you looking forward to getting another chance at the playoffs, playing the way that you're playing? Like, looking forward to seeing how you can impact the series.
All right. It's exciting. That's what we play for now. We're a team that has gotten better every single year, a team that has looking forward to further and further in the playoffs. And for me, it's just another time to showcase what I can do. I feel like every year I've had something happen in the playoffs to me, whether it's hurt or getting hurt. Yeah, it's always getting hurt. I'm just ready to showcase what I have.
And then, as you know, I mean, a month ago, you were spending time at the close of games, not on the floor.
Right.
And now, like, you're closing games and bringing this team back from behind. I guess.
Right.
How did you stay in it mentally when that was happening to you, and how do you feel about your role now?
I feel like that's easy for me, not closing games, because I truly do trust Kenny. You know, I've trusted him all my career about him making the correct decision to help win games. I know a lot of times, sometimes it's not my night, just to be honest, and I'm not playing well, and I completely understand it's not my time to be on the court. And credit to DeAndre, you know, it's usually him who's out there. He does excellent. He brings us back in games. He's the perfect defender for those times. And when my time is called to be the finisher, it's my time.
Right. From your perspective, playing next to him so much, why is Evan the defensive player?
One, he has, I feel like, a block every single night, at least 2 blocks every single night. Guarding on the perimeter, I don't know where we are in the defensive standings, but I feel like he's been leading us to the top of that. Switching, I feel like he's guarding guards that are driving on him. I think when people are scared to go against you, that gives you a lot of credit. It doesn't show up in the stats, but people are literally driving to the rim and turning around because they see Evan.
And having that trust in Kenny for what you just talked about with Joe's question, is that rare to have that level of trust, or just the time it takes to put that to?
It definitely takes time. I mean, this is a league that has a lot of turnover, whether you're a player or a coach. And to build trust like I have in Kenny, I mean, he was my first coach. He's honestly all I know at this point, you know, other than JB for those few years. And I feel like every time I'm with him, we succeed in some way. We get better. We get closer to the goal we're trying to achieve.
Sure. On Kenny, since you know him so well, I don't imagine there's been a lot of times this year where he's had to get on you guys, but recently there's been a couple of moments where he has.
Right.
Just what is it about him that his message resonates well enough that you guys immediately respond? I mean, you see that in pro sports a lot where, you know, players often respond to the coach as well as you guys do. Why is that?
First, it's a respect thing. You know, we all respect Kenny, you know, and he hasn't let us down in the sense he hasn't, like, every time he does something wrong, he takes responsibility for what he does. You know, he feels like he's not a player out there, but a part of the collective just as equally as every single player. And another thing, he doesn't do it often. So we know, like, when he does get on us about things, like, he truly means it, and we're truly slacking in that area.
And grade your windmill dunk.
You know, honestly, I was telling them I wanted to look like Bron trying to bring it back. I looked at the replay, nothing close.
Yeah, you were a 5-star recruit at high school, first-round pick. You've been an all-star. And the answer to Joe's question, you have no ego whatsoever. It's kind of incredible to see someone in your position have literally no ego.
Right.
Is that just how you were raised? I'm more asking just out of curiosity.
Yeah.
How do you
right.
handle that, I guess? I don't know how to ask the question.
Yeah, appreciate that. You know, it's a good thing, I guess. But that's just who I am. I believe it's a team game. Obviously, you're going to have your guys that are your superstars. But my thing is I'm going to trust the coach and play under the coach till the buzzer goes off. You know, if I don't believe he's right, I'm still going to do it. I'm just your Captain America. I'm your soldier to I'm your soldier to come get on the mic. We're talking about how I'm a humble guy, apparently, you know? You got something to say? I'm doing the interview now, you know? What'd you think about the Jarrett Allen?
Don't let that shit fool you. Jarrett Allen's not a humble guy. It's all a facade. It's for the public. No, I'm joking. This is one of, if not the selfless human being I've ever met. You see it on a night-to-night basis, what he does, but, you know, he's really just caring about everybody else, and be trying to tell him to care about himself sometimes. Get self-care. Take a game off. Sit. Enjoy the weather or something, whatever. But he don't do it. He wants to be there for us. So I love this guy, man. I love this guy. So that's all I got. You can go ahead and finish. I'll be over here.
Yeah, that's $10,000 out of my pocket. I got to pay these guys to say that. Right.
In basketball, does the way you set screens and run dribble handoffs change with the guard
Yeah, absolutely. Donovan likes to screen certain ways, you know, so that he can get to his pull-up. Darius likes his screen so he can get downhill to his floater. Max likes his screens, not even be screens. You know, I have a different type of screen for every single guy on the team to try to get them to their best percentage shot. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Jay.